The last thing you want to do is sell your course for a price point that is too high for your customers, so that all you hear is crickets when you come to launch, or to launch your course for too low of a price so that you're not actually generating the income that you deserve based on the content and the value that you are giving them. If you're creating an online course and you're wondering what price point to put it at, then stay tuned to the end of this video, because I will be sharing 5 key factors that you need to take into account when it comes to choosing a price for your course or even your service or product. Okay, let's jump right in, and the first thing is to think about the value that you are offering to your client. So rather than focus on the features like the amount of lessons or the amount of hours it's going to take to complete the course, actually just as a side note, if it's a lot of lessons or a lot of hours, that can actually be a turn off because it can feel overwhelming and it can feel like they will never get through that course because they just don't have the time. So actually that can backfire if you're thinking of doing a lot of lessons or a lot of hours. You want to simplify things to make things as easy and fast as possible. So if you are giving them a shortcut to an outcome, or if you're giving them a step-by-step process to the outcome, whatever it might be, those kind of things are the things you want to think about. You want to focus on the feelings that they're going to receive as a result of completing your course. So if you are teaching something that's more of a hobby base, you know, they're going to have some enjoyment in life through whatever it is that you have taught them, like music or art or whatever it is, and they're going to get some pleasure out of that, and that's going to make their life better because of that pleasure. However, if you are teaching something related to preventing relationship breakdown, then that's a huge value because you are preventing the destruction of a relationship, you are preventing the financial ramifications from that, and there's a lot higher value actually in that than in something that's just for fun and a hobby. And again, when it comes to business, people expect to invest more in business because ultimately a business is going to make money. So if you are giving somebody a shortcut or step-by-step process to accomplishing something in their business, then you can charge a higher price point because that is going to enable them to get an income faster. So all of these kind of things are things you want to think about when it comes to pricing your course. Who is your target audience, and what is the value that you are offering them? The next thing you want to think about is your ideal client and what their budget is like. So for example, if you are targeting a higher end client, those with lots of money and a much larger income, then you can charge a higher price point. But if you are targeting those who have a tighter budget, then you're going to have to lower your price. So premium pricing actually communicates quality and value, whereas something that looks too cheap, people can be a little bit skeptical of that and wonder if the value is really going to be there or if this is just going to be a piece of rubbish. And I really encourage you to value the content that you are sharing with them. So if you value it, your student is more likely to value it as well. Another thing to consider is that if somebody is invested in something, they are more likely to actually commit to it and complete it. So if they've invested more money into your course, they're more likely to take it and actually go through it than if they pay less. So for example, if they paid $50 for your course, they may be like, oh, you know, I'll get to it next weekend, or I'll get to it at some point, and then they may never actually get to it. Whereas if they paid $200 or $500 or $1,000 or any of these kind of things, then there's a lot more investment in there, and they're going to be like, I want to get my money's worth. You know, I paid for this, I'm going to make sure that I get what I paid for. So you want to think about that as well, and you can also make the cost of your course more enticing by adding bonuses. So that's adding all the extra value that you can to make the course that much more of an offer, a big deal. The third thing to think about is what stage you are at in your business. So if you are just getting started and you don't have much experience or any testimonials or anything like that, then you may want to price your course at a lower price point to start with, because then you can draw people in, you can get people going through the course, and you can get feedback from them on how to improve the course if in any area, and you can then increase the price as you go on because you testing it, you're proving it, you've got the testimonials and all of that kind of thing. So if you want to get to, let's say, this price, let's say it's $1,000, you might want to start at $500 and then work your way up to the $1,000 so that you can test it and get that credibility behind you, because the last thing you want to do is set it at $1,000 and then have to decrease the price because you don't have that credibility and that experience. The fourth thing you want to think about is how your course fits into the big picture of your business. So presumably you're thinking longer term, this is a whole business model, and maybe you're going to be adding more courses in the future because you want to have extra supplemental income from that. So you've got the one course and then you add another course and you add another course. Now I don't suggest doing that all in one go, but you want to think about what the possibilities are. So are you starting off with a starter course and you are planning to create a signature course later on down the line? Or maybe you're starting with a signature course and you want to add some little starter courses that can maybe drive traffic to that signature course later on. So you want to think about the course that you've got and where it fits into the big picture and the price point compared to the courses that you are planning to create in the future. And the fifth thing is to consider what your client would be paying elsewhere if they don't get your course. So what would be the cost to them if they actually don't take your course? That could be a cost financially, it could be a cost in time or in happiness or anything along those lines. But think about what it is that they would be missing out on if they don't take your course. So if I use myself as an example, I'm teaching video production to course creators so that you can basically create your own, record your own course without having to pay thousands for somebody else to come and do it professionally and edit it for you and that kind of thing. Once you've learned the skills yourself, you can then create your own course without spending all that extra money, and you can use that information, that knowledge and experience to be able to apply that to the future courses that you make. And not only that, but you can apply it to your marketing and your lives and your social media and even your home videos. So once you've learned those skills, you can then apply them to a wide variety of video production styles. And this is a huge value because you're not having to pay for somebody else to come in and pay for each course that you might want to complete, or for the marketing materials, or all those kind of things, depending on how high-end that you want to go with it. So you want to think about those kind of things. If you're a fitness trainer, for example, and you're giving a course that would save somebody having to pay out for a gym membership and a personal fitness trainer, how much are they going to be saving by taking your course? So take these things into account when you are thinking about the price of your course as well. Okay, so let me know in the comment section below, what is your biggest hang-up when it comes to pricing your course? And if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications on more videos related to creating courses using video. Stay creative, and we will talk soon.